it means to be prepared. Woo! And be a good sport when you play four square on the scouting trail.
KFGO Morning Crew, Doug Leier, Amistadi on a Monday morning. Amistadi, were you a Girl Scout? Were you a Brownie?
I was a Brownie and I was a Girl Scout.
Of course you were.
Yeah. Scouting is great.
It really is giving kids, both young boys and girls, a great start. And joining us on the line is a name that is very familiar to many of our listeners. He is, let's see here, he's a son, he's a husband, he's a father, he's a neighbor, he's a sergeant. He's also a Cub Master. It's Jesse Grabow. Which one are you this morning, Jesse?
Currently a little bit, well, always everything, but at this moment, Cub Master.
Do you have your hat on? Do you have your Cub Master hat on?
I do not. I'm actually getting ready for work to go to my other job here in a little bit. So.
Yeah, we don't want you confusing your hats. That wouldn't be a good thing. Well, tell us about it. The Barnesville Cub Scouts Pack 604. I hope I'm saying that right. 604.
Right.
They're putting together some winter survival kits?
Well, yes. Here's how it kind of came to be. So this last fall, what is Cub Scouts known for their fundraiser? It's Cub Scout popcorn, and our pack just really wasn't able to get that to be a part of that. With COVID and everything, we just couldn't make things work. So we're definitely in need of a fundraiser. So a few of us from the pack got together and started talking, what's something else that we could do, a service or a product that we could provide that everybody needs and everybody really should have, and something that the Scouts can learn about that's important to them. So we got talking about it, and we got thinking with winter, well, what else? Winter travel survival kits. I mean, it's something everybody should have in every vehicle. I mean, it's just one of those things. And we got talking about it, and it really got some good discussion, not just amongst parents, but then bringing it to the Scouts and having that chance to have that talk and education about winter travel, survival, safety, all those types of things.
It's a fantastic idea because even if you have put together a winter survival kit, there's a pretty good chance if you look in it, the batteries are probably rusty in your flashlight and leaking battery acid all over. I mean, from when you put on your other hat, when you put on your hat with Minnesota State Patrol, do people still put together winter survival kits, or do they think, oh, I got my cell phone, I don't need to have anything else?
Well, I see it kind of go both ways. So, and I think that's why it's so good, because the other thing, when we brought it up to people, as we've been putting it out there, have been just jumping on. The support has been great. I mean, a lot of folks are going, hey, this is something that we always think about, we always talk about, but a lot of times we just never get around to doing it. It's one of those things, and just, and you get in those situations when you're traveling, and you just hope that something isn't going to happen. And hope is not a strategy, and Scouts is all about teaching kids to be prepared. I mean, it's the Boy Scout motto, and we want people to be prepared for life. And I use that saying when I talk with you guys and everybody, I use that conversation over and over, that saying of being prepared when you're traveling. And I think a winter travel survival kit is just a great thing to, get people thinking about it. And with our starter kit here, it really gets that conversation going, because even though we're first day of February, we still have a lot of winter left. And from my experience, I've had some of my worst storms that I've responded to crashes and people stranded in the middle of April. So, I mean, I guess I defer to Too Tall Tom on the weather forecast and different things like that, but still, it's always good to be prepared.
You bet. Cub Master of the Barnesville Cub Scouts Pack 604, Jesse Grabow, joining us here on the KFGO Morning Crew. What ages are the boys in your Cub Scout Pack?
So Cub Scouts involves kids from ages kindergarten through 5th grade. After 5th grade, then they can become Boy Scouts. Now, here's another thing about Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. Just because you were not in Cub Scouts doesn't mean you can't be in Boy Scouts. You can join at any time, at any level. You don't have to start out at the first level of lions and tigers, different things like that. You can hop in at any time. That's the neat thing about Scouts. And people always worry, well, am I going to be behind? Do I need to catch up? No, it's all based on getting you in at those levels and getting you up to speed on the life skills that we want Scouts on any level to acquire.
Absolutely. So glad that I was a Scout growing up. Okay, so let's talk about these winter survival kits. I don't know how you guys are getting this much stuff in these kits, but tell us what's all in there.
Well, number one, it is a lot of stuff. And I got to, first of all, thank our sponsors, because without some of our sponsors from our local donors, we wouldn't be able to do this. Midwest Bank of Barnesville, Larry Davis Garage, Barnesville Grocery, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, all donated either like cash, supplies, snacks, things like that to put in these things. So what that involves, we got candles, matches, pocket knives, emergency banners, pencils, safety pins, snacks, whistles. I mentioned flashlights, tapes. I mean, we've got a little bit of everything, all inside a plastic container. It's really put together really well inside these little plastic
And
totes.
$20.
And $20. And we also put in there some information, some winter travel survival information. This is just really, as I mentioned, a starter kit to get you thinking about it and what else you can add, because there's still a lot of room to put other things in there. And then to get thinking about the big, bulkier items that you're going to want to have in your vehicle also, like the blankets, the sleeping bags, things to stay warm, booster, jumper cables, all these different things that you want to have in your vehicle. So it's really good to get that conversation going and something for each and every person to have.
What a great learning project for these kids, too. Okay, so I know the first batch, you guys, how many did you have? Was it 250, 300, and you sold out of them?
Well, we started with 200, and we are sold out. So we are currently taking orders and trying to get that processed. And as soon as we can get that in, hopefully by today, we can start getting those out by the end of the week and early next week to the rest of the folks that are jumping on board here.
If any of our KFGO listeners would like to get their hands on one of these winter survival kits that have been put together by Barnesville Cub Scouts Pack 604 for $20, how can they do that, Jess?
Well, the easiest way right now, what we're using is Facebook, and there's a few different options with Facebook. Is either Barnesville Area Rummage, Barnesville Flea Market, or Barnesville Online Garage Sales. We've got a post on there. If you search Winter Survival Kit, that should take you there. Or if you want to reach out directly to our pack through our email, and that's barnesvillepack604@gmail.com.
Get ready. You guys are going to be busy.
I sure hope so. People have been just wonderful. I mean, when we're delivering these items, people are just, the support has been great, and people just say, "What a wonderful idea!"
It is.
I think it really is.
All right, I love this. Jess, we'll let you put that other hat on and get to work. Thanks for your time this morning.
Will do. Thank you so much.
You bet. That's Jesse Grabow. He is the Cub Master of the Barnesville Cub Scouts Pack 604, joining us here in the KFGO Morning Crew. Yeah, get your hands on one of those winter travel survival kits. $20. You won't believe all the stuff they have packed in there, and a great